let's check in and see how things are going in some of the different stations around the country. Those are where, of course, the results operating centers are in each of the regions. Now, Hasina Gori is actually standing by in Alberton, and we can see there in Gauteng how things are looking. Hasina, good morning to you. Gauteng emerging as a very interesting, it's always been one that certainly is one we've been watching, but how are we looking now? How many votes counted? Talk to us about all of those details.
Good morning, Leanne. Yes, as you mentioned, quite a hotly contested province. The Gauteng region, being the economic hub of the country, has been a battleground for who will rule it. It's been one where we've seen many different parties fight for the nettle and the purse of there have been many new parties that right now there was 2,797 voting districts in Gauteng. As of right now, 1,300 of those have been completed at this point. We are at 46.48% of completion, just almost 50%. And what we're looking at the leaderboard right now, the ANC keeping on to their majority. They've been at the helm for the last 5 years on a very slim majority. Right now, they're still standing at 33.17%. They're then followed by the DA, which is following on their heels right now at 29%, and then the EFF being 12.7%. But when we look beyond that on the leaderboard right now, Leanne, we're seeing parties like MK, Action SA, Freedom Front and Patriotic Alliance taking on the next few seats at this point. So lots of the new parties also making a difference. Rise in Zanzi also on that top 10 at the moment. It is also just almost halfway through the count. So we're getting a little sense of what the picture may look like, but it is still a little unpredictable. There are some changes that might happen. This has been a province where we've seen tensions and political issues throughout in the metros. All are run as coalitions at the moment. We know in the city of Johannesburg, we've had 5 mayors, just in this last cycle. So it's going to be interesting to see whether or not the ANC will hold on to their majority. If there are coalitions being made, who would they be made with? Because there's so many new parties. There's parties such as Patriotic Alliance, Action SA. Really in the last elections, if you'd remember, Leanne, really eating into that base, taking on Herman Mashaba, really wooing the Gauteng voters. We've seen them now also translating into a national vote as well at this stage. So we'll continue through the day to speak with the IEC, to speak with some of the party leaders at this stage. It's quite early in the morning. It is quite quiet here, but I'm sure as the day continues, it's going to be a hive of activities as more results come in, as more the picture becomes clearer and we can see where the votes are laying on. We will be able to get more comment from different party officials, from the IEC as well, with regards to concern. I know that on the eve of the elections, as the polls closed, there was issues in Eldorado Park because there was a power outage by City Power, a major outage on the Orlando switch, which affected some of the substations, which included Eldorado Park. And one of the Patriotic Alliance party leaders did speak with me and say that they had issues with regards to counting happening in that area due to that power outage. I'm going to check in later in the day as well to see whether or not that has been resolved and whether we're seeing other such issues come out. But for now, it's all things, systems going. We set up for this day and we'll continue to bring you rolling coverage throughout this day. But for now, back to you in studio, Leanne.